And welcome back. Our next guest is a former American Red Cross volunteer and is currently an AmeriCorps staff member. She sat down with us today to speak about the volunteer work that she did with the Red Cross, which includes volunteer initiatives around their home fire campaign and their disaster preparedness and response programs. Let's take a look at our conversation with Mary Cueva. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So, you're a chef also?
I do cook, and everybody likes it.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I've been working Red Cross, and I also work on the ferry. So when I can, I will.
Yeah. So how did you get involved with the American Red Cross?
I had a friend of mine. He encouraged me, and he said, "It's easy. Go ahead, apply." And went in, and I love it. It's great. It's great work, and it makes me feel better.
And what was the first? Where was the first place that they sent you?
So I helped with Hurricane Ida back in Queens. So I did locally, and I also deployed to Puerto Rico to help for Hurricane Fiona last year.
That was big.
That was very big, and
there was a lot of devastation out there.
Absolutely.
And still to this day.
Still working. Yeah, the local region is still working towards helping everything else, and it's tropical, so they always have storms coming pass by or things of that.
Well, I'm glad you're here. We have a storm passing by, and they
Yeah.
continue to pass by.
We were ready for Hurricane Lee.
Yeah.
The region got ready right away, and after the path change, then we sent everyone to Maine.
Yeah.
And good thing that
It stayed out in
nothing
the
passed.
ocean mostly, right?
Yes.
It was a Hurricane 5, and then it went down to a 3,
And it
then it
went
stayed
like
out and went
this,
back
and-
up to Hurricane 5 again. Then it was going past us, like if this is the East Coast, it went past us and we're way up and hit, what, Maine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not locally, nothing really happened,
Yeah.
which was great. But it was very good that the region was ready to respond, and if not, then they send the local volunteers to help out the region in Maine.
What's some of the things that you have to do as a part of a Red Cross volunteer?
It depends. Some people just want to do local, regular things. With home fire campaign, you do that on your twice a month, if that. Or you also can get yourself qualified to deploy anywhere in the United States and their regions as well. So it really depends on how you want to use your time.
And who's that? We had a picture up there. Show that picture again. Who are these people here?
These are, so we have the preparedness team. I believe this is in Spring Valley.
Oh.
We are taking all of the preparedness programs and bringing it to the library so that the community can take advantage of it. We also had the dog as a therapy dog, and we had all of the preparedness. Prepare with Pedro, the Pillowcase Project, Hands-Only CPR, and Be Red Cross Ready.
Yeah. So Be Red Cross Ready, that includes the initiatives around their home fire campaign and the disaster preparedness program?
Yes, essentially, yes. It teaches you how to be prepared in case of a disaster, man-made or natural. And with that, we also teach you how to stay prepared in your home with fire safety. And so make sure that you have working smoke alarms, how to maintain them monthly. It's very big. And most people have smoke alarms, say they go buy it in Home Depot. Most don't know that they have to maintain them monthly. Just press the test monthly.
Oh, you hit the test button.
And that's it.
I
That's
was
all
gonna say,
you
if
do.
that battery dies in a month, you need a new system then.
Well, some, I think they said every 6 months you can change them. However, the batteries that we have, the smoke alarms that the Red Cross have, are good for 10 years. The only maintenance is that test button monthly, and you're good to
So,
go.
well, if you have a system in the battery? I don't know if it's the battery. Well, sometimes it is. And it just beeps, beep, and it drives you crazy. Where's that coming from?
Right. So that means the battery is going low. and you can
Change your battery.
Yep. Or you can let the Red Cross know that your battery is going low, and we make a priority to go to your home and change the smoke alarms, essentially.
It's a smoke alarm, and then there's another one in there that detects gas or
The carbon monoxide.
Carbon monoxide.
So it's a combination alarm. Usually we put those in common areas, living rooms, but not too close to the kitchen, because sometimes they're so very, what is the word? Very sensitive. And so it can go off if, say, you burn something. Like, the toaster. Yeah. So it will go off.
I've done that
really
a couple of times. And what do you go
I'm
do with a
guilty.
towel and you
Yes, just fan it a little bit.
fan that thing?
Yeah, because it's you don't want to take it off and disable it, because you will forget about it.
Yeah.
So it's just fan it a little bit. There's also a hush button on the alarm, and you will be
It would
good.
make us like a sleep button.
Yes.
And then it'll come back on when you need it.
Absolutely.
This is hurricane season, Mary. And what should people do? Should they have a go bag just in case there's an emergency? They got to get out of the place. So if there's a fire in the building, you have a go bag. What should people have in that go bag?
Okay, so it would be essentials: water, canned food, not so much canned, but maybe like bars, things that it's not too heavy, right? Because you want to have at least 3 days supply. You want to also change every 6 months, right? Because you say you repair your go bag with short clothes, like for summer, right?
Yeah.
But the disaster happened in mid-February. So you want to be prepared for the weather outside.
Right.
If you have medications, you want to have at least 3 days, 4 days of medication, and the names of the medications. So in case that you have to call a pharmacy, you'll go ahead and get that prescription there for you.
What about pets?
Pets, we also have a go bag for pets. Essentials again.
Go bag. The
if
pet
it's-
probably, your dog about, I got mine. I
They
know what
are
to do.
so ready. I love it. You know what? I was in the office last
You're the
week.
first one out of the building.
They know. They really know. And sometimes if you do your drills every month, they know that when you call them, they gotta go, right? I was into the office last week, and we have go bags for cats and go bags for dogs, which was really cute. I was like, oh. Yeah, a little bit of litter, canned food, and things like that. So
That's good.
you want to prepare everybody in the house, kids, pets, older individuals as well.
And if you have a go bag and you have that food in there, make sure you change that food out every few months.
Right. You
don't
want
bite
to
into a hard candy bar or something like that. This is no good. It's 50 years old.
Right. You want to keep good. Make sure you label them to the expiration date.
Yeah.
Usually, when you get like the granola bars and things like that, they'll last like a good year or so.
Whoa.
Right. So you want to keep changing them as long as in every season when you change your clothes as
And
well.
people should, change your clothes even though you don't wear them because they can develop a smell.
Exactly.
But a lot of items have a date on it, but that's the date that you can't sell it anymore at a store. So how long can you keep it? Because you can't sell it at a store, but it's still good.
For a couple of, I wouldn't do it for too long, maybe 2 weeks or so, depending what it is. If it's something that it's gonna perish really
If it's
fast,
cottage cheese, don't do it.
don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. But if it's granola bar, okay, like a day or two, a couple of, maybe a week if you brave.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can do
But
it.
I can't.
But that's good. It's good that you know all of this stuff and you're able to share it with other people. You're creating the awareness in our community that in the event that something happens,
Right. We have
you
to
need
be
to
prepared.
have to be prepared.
Gotta be
Prepare before
prepared.
you get there.
Right, because that's going to help you be a couple of steps ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Especially if you have medications, right? You have the names, you have how many milligrams it is. You can just call your pharmacy or whoever the pharmacy is around there so that they can get it for you.
What about money?
Money, all cash is king.
Ca-
Don't everybody has tabs on iPhones and like click. It's great.
But if
But
all that goes out, that's not going to work.
exactly, it's not
You
gonna
can't pay
work
for it.
too
Now, let me
much.
pay for this with my phone.
The That's it. It's not
Stuck
gonna
at the
work.
door.
There's internet connections where it's going to be
Yeah.
interrupted. So you will always want to have mainly small, like 5, 10s, 20s, nothing bigger than 50 or 100, right? Because you can just go to say you need water, you just pay with $5, get 2 bottles, right? You
Yeah.
get change. So you want small bills on your go bag, and that way you have some time there.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought
Now
I was
we
taking
know.
a knot of money, putting it in my pocket, and running outside.
You want to have
You know,
that
people talk
wad,
about the
right?
gold bars. You need gold.
Right. So you want small bills on your go bag, securely, right? So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not just hanging out in a clear bag where people can see it, nice and tucked, and so
What
you
about
know where it
flashlight or
went.
little transistor radios?
Radio, flashlights, things that can keep you in communication of what's happening out there, right? When you are on shelter, we can give you some essentials, but you also want to be
Yeah.
to communicate and things, what is happening, how things are there. And flashlights are great because when you are in a shelter and you have to go to the bathroom, you just take your little flashlight and go out, right?
Yeah.
If you have kids where they are afraid of the light, you just give them the flashlight and that will settle them a little better.
Flashlights, soap, toothpaste,
Right,
toothbrush.
hygiene things. You want to have, oh, so many
I
things.
have to bring a big duffel bag out of my house with
Yeah.
all this stuff.
If there is on redcross.org, there is a section on the website where
Yeah.
it tells you what to bring. It gives you all the suggestions what
Yeah.
to bring on the go bag for
I know
sure.
some people will try to bring furniture and everything. Let me get a couch.
Yes.
I can pull this. I got a pull-out bed.
It has to be very
It
small.
has to be small.
Right.
When you got to go, you got to go.
And even in your family, right? You have multiple, even though it's a big family, everyone should have a
Have their
small,
own go bag.
exactly, prepare and custom to their own.
Thank you so much for joining us.
It's a
Can
pleasure.
you come back again?
Absolutely, anytime.
And give us a website. Where can we reach you?
Well, I have my email, mary.cueva@redcross.org. And to go and check everything else for the Red Cross, it's redcross.org. You can have options to volunteer there and also how to stay prepared for emergencies.
Thank you for all the work that you're doing. We appreciate you.
It's a pleasure.
Mary, thank you. Mary Cueva, thank you so much. It's a labor of love. Thank you for all that you do. Remember, no gold bars in the gold bag. No gold bars in the gold. Say that 5 times real quick. But just take the essentials that you need, pack it up, and if you have to go, you got to go. Got to go, got to go. And we'll take a quick break right here. I've got more open coming up next.